You will feel it all at once.
Episode number 6, Unsighted. And we're here accompanied tonight by Fernando Elvis and my co-host over there.
Hello, guys. Welcome.
Thank you. Oh, thank you.
In the famous words of DJ Khaled, another one.
Another one.
And talking about famous people, me and Orly.
Wait. Before we start that, sorry to interrupt. We have to also announce that we have a new producer
That's
in
right.
the house.
You wanna go ahead? Well, he doesn't have a.
But at the moment, he doesn't have a mic. I mean, I could hand on the mic. Give me 1 second, guys. Hold on.
I appreciate you guys for bringing me on this podcast.
Yeah, man, we're glad to have you here.
Thank you guys.
Thank you for everything.
Yeah, but we don't know who's talking right now.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he was
It's
going
Felix.
to introduce him.
So Felix is our new producer, also co-host. Also, whenever Johnny is not available or one of us is not available, he'll jump in. But mostly, he's gonna be doing the producing. And yeah,
Glad to have you here, Felix. Thanks
Unsighted.
for everything. And well, going back, just the other day I was having like a little debate with Orly. I'm not sure if you guys have seen in social media. There's been a video that's been trending. It's been going around for like a week. Well, I know you don't have social media, but I mean you do use your girlfriends, right? She shows you, or you grab her phone and you freaking just go through it and te pones a chismosear.
No, I don't do that.
No? Okay. Well, anyways, there's a video that's going around, and I don't know if you guys know Tekashi 69. He's like a famous rapper. He's more or less like the Chocolate, but in the rap world.
El tipo ese que has the hair with different rainbow colors, que they beat him up ahora en LA ahí, que salió el chiquitico.
Yeah,
Que tiene todo tatuado.
he speaks Spanish, right?
Yes,
Oh,
he's
él
a
habla-
wild
now I
dude.
know, yeah.
So
Mexicanito.
Yeah, he is Mexican.
Where?
Yeah.
Okay, so
no,
he's
no, no.
Mexican.
He's from New York. I think his
was
mom is
born in New York.
Mexican, and
Yeah.
then his dad is like Puerto Rican.
Now we need the fact checks.
I think you
yeah.
can look that up, Felix, if I'm not mistaken. I think his dad is Puerto Rican, and he was born in New York, in Brooklyn, if I'm not mistaken. So the video is shows him in Cuba, I think in Pinar del Rio, and then he's like giving money to the poor over there.
Oh, that was him
Yeah.
from a hotel. Okay.
Weeks before the event that we're both talking about, he got inside a hotel, and then he went all the way to the rooftop, and then he started throwing out money. But I think he was throwing out like $1 bills, something like that, which is in Cuba it's quite a lot right now. I mean, but this time around he went to Cuba, and I think he was also recording a music video with singer Lenien. So he recorded a song with him, and then in the video, it shows him giving like $100 bills to people. So what he did in Cuba was he went to this family, and he asked them if he could live for like 2 days in their household, doing the things they do, eating the things they eat, and just working the land. Basically, a day in the life of
Yeah,
those people.
living like them.
Right.
Right.
He even wore their clothes and everything. So at the end of those 2 days, or throughout those 2 days that he stayed there, he gave people money, right? Random people that he saw in the street. And our debate was because at the same time, let me go back. Let me see if I can rephrase this better. He was recording himself also in other videos saying how he's the only one that does that good deed. Like he goes out and he gives money to the poor, and no other artist, no other celebrity does that but him. He
Yeah.
even called out Ozuna or somebody else.
It's what you're saying. From what you're saying, what I saw was a video, a reel that somebody recorded him talking, saying he was going like hitting his chest. Okay, nobody gives money out like I do to the poor. Not even Daddy Yankee or Suna. Like that's what. But I think he was intoxicated. I think he was drunk
was?
or something. But bueno, you know when you're drunk, you say la verdad 100% of the time.
Right, but the question that you and I were debating was, do we think that celebrities should record themselves while doing such a good deed or not?
If they should record themselves while they're doing good deeds. The only reason, I mean, if it was me, if I was famous, or if-
Like, do you see that as a bad trait?
I see it as a bad trait. Actually, Felix, we were talking about this, and he also said that, and it makes sense. I see it as a bad trait if you say you posted and you don't post a comment or a caption on the bottom saying like to influence other people to do good deeds to people that are poor. Like you have to like make a statement like, okay, I did this, you know, because we should share more with our humanity and be more kind with people and all that. That's if you do it like that, I see it more as a good deed than if I go now and I give a pizza to a homeless guy and I record myself just. I feel like I'm doing that just to get the views or get the attention from people.
I feel like they're doing it. They're doing it exactly for that, for the views and
Yeah.
to make them themselves so they
Like,
can
like to look superior or some,
No, no,
or to gain fame?
yeah, just to gain fame and to look good in people's eyes. And that's it.
So to seek validation, basically, in
Not
other people.
validation, bro. Just views.
Yeah. I feel like Felix was saying, he said, because we were talking about it in the car before coming here, he was saying that he's doing it more now, and it makes a bit of sense because his thing is hip hop and English music, right? That's how he got famous. And now with the whole issue that he ratted on these people, on the gangs that he was with, so his hip hop music is not as famous. So now he's trying to go into a new music thing like Latin music, you know, since he's also Latino, to gain, I guess, more fame from that.
To gain more hype?
Yeah, from the Latin community.
Okay, but the main question here is, should celebrities? I'm not like we're picking on him now. We're having him as an example, but the main question is, should celebrities
Nobody should do it.
record themselves while doing
if
something
you're
like
doing-
that?
If you're doing something, just do it because you feel it in your heart, because you're doing something good, because you want to help someone, but not because you
But
want you want people to see what you're doing. No,
I think you should record yourself if you are going, like if you're, let's say, Daddy Yankee or Suna or him, somebody famous, and you have ¿cómo se llaman esas cosas? The people donate Gato Negro. Nobody knows why I said Gato Negro. It was a cat climbing a wall, guys.
Foundation.
A foundation, yeah. If somebody has a foundation and then you record yourself, like, and then you put like the logo of the foundation. Oh, look, I have this foundation. You should donate to the poor. You know, blah 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 blah. To get fame to that foundation.
yeah,
Yeah, but you,
Like that, I see it good. I mean, there's other people that record themselves giving out money. I can't really say if they do it for the cloud or the fame or the views, or they really legit do it from their hearts. At the end of the day, it's you're doing a good deed, you know, because at the end of the day, you're
you
giving
are,
out.
but you're also putting those people that you're giving the money to in that position for everybody else to see them.
That's true.
You know,
Yeah, like
I wouldn't
like
want
making
anybody
them feel bad for themselves.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
know
wouldn't
what you-
want to come out in social media with someone giving me money if I was poor. Well, I'm poor.
But don't you think that people that with such high caliber that have you know, that certain platform, which they influence a lot of people, so they can use that recording to influence other celebrities to do the same thing, and at the end of the day, everybody's doing a good deed.
yeah, but that's the thing.
You get what I'm saying?
Let me. The
Jump
thing
in.
about that is that me, for example, I don't have social media, and I've done good deeds. I've done those type of things for people, and I don't record it. And I haven't been influenced by anybody. So I think that if you're going to be influenced, it's going to come from you. You don't need to record that for people to be. If you need to, what you say about the foundations, I believe is different because it's to help like a group of people itself. But when you're recording poor people or people in their household, oh look, I'm giving this money or whatever. I don't think that that's going to. If you do it to record yourself, I don't think that that's going to influence
That many people, right?
that many people.
Let me stop you right there. So let's say Orly is a super poor guy. Like he's like, homeless. And I'm here, I'm the rich guy. And you're seeing a video right now. Orly looks like he hasn't eaten for days. And I come here and I'm recording myself and I give him a pizza. Orly starts crying because he cannot, he no lo está asimilando bien. He can't believe what's going on right now. He hasn't eaten for days. And he starts crying, because he's like mesmerized by whatever it is he's seeing. That image of seeing him happy or relieved, do you get any sensation from that, like a positive sensation? Don't you get like a positive feedback from that?
You get a positive feedback, and you're the only
but
one that
you
should.
seeing that in the video, don't you get some sense of satisfaction
you a
of
little
like,
bit of-
oh my God, look at this guy, he's getting
Not
the
for
food
me.
he
man.
Not for me. Not for me.
It doesn't do it. For
Really?
me.
Not
No.
for me. It's when I see those type of videos, the moment I see them,
I just skip
the
them.
first thing that I think is that they're doing it for the views.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I saw the video,
The first thing.
yeah, when I saw the music video he did, I like the lyrics. I like what it stands for, right? The music and the video. I like the fact that he put Cuba in it because I'm also Cuban, and I like the fact that he put it like also knowing like, okay, this is a poor country and it needs help. I like that part. But when he was sitting down with the family and he was giving kids $100 bills, people like, $100 like that, I felt like it was more like staged. I feel like it
do it
was
and
more
that's it.
staged. I don't think it was natural. Because he could have done the video, giving them food, stuff like that, and then atrás de las cámaras, he could have given them thousands of dollars, and nobody needs to know, And that makes it. I feel like that makes it more legit, and that you're doing it out of your heart, and not for the fame. I'm really not gonna know, but it feels like that to me. It was more like staged, like like it was all planned.
I agree.
And it wasn't like natural.
But plan, you mean that like he was gonna get that money back?
No, like stage meaning he did it for the video. Like, okay, we're gonna do this now. I'm gonna pass the money, but you're still gonna keep the money. He's still, but it was filmed.
Like not from the heart.
Yeah, it was staged. I mean, maybe it came from the heart, but he also did it to also gain
For the views and the
to
and the
get
fame.
more fame from that community.
Yeah.
Because like I was saying, I feel like his hip hop music is dying, and is not getting the recognition it used to. So now he's going into a new community, which is the Hispanic community, because he doesn't have any
Cuban
Spanish
community.
songs. Or he's doing like in Dominican Republic now. He's doing another song with Lanier, I think. And he has somebody good behind him because Lanier is an awesome artist.
Okay. Now, let's try to pick on some other guy now because I think you guys are like bashing on this guy.
Well, I'm not
Which-
bashing on him.
not
I'm just
bashing
saying.
on him.
He
man,
clearly isn't the best example.
I'm just giving you
But-
what I saw, like how I see
No,
it.
but I'm not just thinking about that guy.
Yeah,
I'm thinking about all of the videos that I see on social media all the time about people just giving money to the poor and recording themselves.
I'll give you.
But that's another thing,
Bro, just give
now
the money, do the good deed, and that's it. Don't
But-
record yourself. Don't make people. Don't make other people feel like that.
Wait, I'll give you
what
an
if
example.
that's that guy's purpose in life? Give money to the poor.
Everybody should know their purpose in life.
Come on, bro. Come on. What if that guy's?
I know my purpose in
What
life.
if that's his purpose in
Yeah,
life,
it's-
to give money to the poor and to show the world what he does and
Well,
to influence other
his
people
channel-
into doing the same thing?
If it's like that, then let him prove me wrong and keep doing that all the time.
Okay, so why are you judging? Why are you quick to judge that person
'Cause-
the moment that he comes
because
on the
what
video
I've seen,
doing
what
that.
I've seen is that not everybody continues to do that all the time. So if you continue doing it and you show me that that's your purpose in life, then I'll believe you.
No, but for real.
Have
like,
you heard of the saying "not guilty until proven wrong"?
I don't
No,
care
but,
about that right now.
Look, what I'm trying to say is that what he did, like for example, I don't know if that's the guy, but if he threw like money from like a balcony, he's the guy, right? To me, as a Cuban man, I know the position that we are and how the country is. Like the people need the help, the people need like we need the resources. But I find that degrading, man. Honestly, that you throwing like
Hold
money
on.
to the people,
Right,
Like
but
that.
hasn't he done that like in Puerto Rico or
Yeah,
some
but
other countries?
I'm not Puerto Rican.
But this is the
I'm talking as a
thing.
Cuban.
Okay, I understand,
He's-
but if he's doing it everywhere, doing it in Cuba, that's
on
just
them.
another
But I
place
feel like
extra.
I gotta go back to like what me and Felix talked about in the car, and it makes sense to me. He's doing that now. He hasn't been doing that since he started his career as an artist, because he was in. I mean, the little knowledge I know from him, I can't really talk because I don't know much from him. But he was in a gang. You know, the reason he left the gang, Felix told me, I forgot already, but it wasn't good. So you were not doing that through your whole career, giving money out to the poor people.
Right.
From what I know, maybe I'm wrong. Felix will fact check me later, but that's how I see it. So
Right. He's clearly not the best example. But for now that you guys want to talk in specifics, let's go to this other guy. His name is, I think on social media, his name is Mr. Beast. He goes by the name Mr. Beast. And I think he travels like around the world and he finds like needy family and he just helps them out. Sometimes he buys them houses. Bro, we're talking about, that's it. These families' lives are made. He buys them houses. He sets like businesses for the families. Like he sets themselves up.
okay, but you said it there. You said a key word, like Fernando was saying. That's what he does. His thing is to help people that need help.
If you continue doing it, that's your purpose.
Like if I have a channel and my channel is I'm gonna go out and get girls and expose them as gold diggers, right? That's my channel, exposing the gold diggers in Miami, right? And then I
Gotta do
have a
an episode
Ferrari
about that.
and I have money, and I go out and I'm exposing every girl that hey, like I act like if I don't have money, you want to go out on a date or try to know her, and then when she sees that I get in the car or she knows I have money, she comes up to me, and then I'm like, oh no, I don't go out with gold diggers anymore. So I expose her, and if my channel is called that and I do that all the time, you kind of, you gotta be like, okay, este tipo es nada más para eso. Like he only does that. He dedicates himself to exposing gold diggers in Miami. So but if right now I see that guy, he's doing that, and then I open a channel. My channel is about making wood or something. I don't even know, something else that is not that, and I make a video of that. It's because I want to get views because that's what's trending right now. Or that's what gets more views.
Yeah, his
Or
videos.
you want to get attention.
But I'm not saying that if you're somebody that you didn't used to do that and you do it now and you keep doing it, doesn't mean that it's not coming from the heart. Maybe you change as a person. You want to change in life. You want to do good deeds because you did horrible things and that was bad, and now you want to be different in life. You want to help people that don't have the same accommodations as
Do
you.
you think it has to do more with the way they do it than what they actually do?
I just don't like the fact that how he filmed it and
Because
the fact
there's so many celebrities that they donate and
Daddy
donate to
Yankee donates, bro.
foundations and CR7 has donated to like
Mira,
God knows.
Daddy Yankee donates. He has
Yeah, but he doesn't record himself.
No, but he does commercials and
Yeah,
I think he
to produce his
To promote those foundations.
his foundation.
Yeah.
But he doesn't come with a bag of money and just gives
Look,
it to the hospital.
Daddy
He doesn't do
Yankee has foundations that gives out to the poor. You don't see him in podcasts. You don't see him in reels diciendo, I give out more than
so
anybody.
what you guys don't like is when the celebrity themselves just go up to the person and just give them the money directly and get get
When they
recorded.
record themselves doing it.
Yeah.
Mira, but
Just give the money. If you're gonna do something good, give the money and that's it.
And if somebody records you...
Why are you
if
recording yourself?
Yeah, if somebody records you and they put it out there...
Exactly.
Yeah. But don't be like, hey, get the phone. I'm gonna give this kid $100 right now.
Exactly.
You know, even though you might do it as a good thing and you want people to see it, and that's how you want people to view it. Like, oh, hey, I'm recording myself so you can see that I do give out to the poor. But if you give out to the poor, what does anybody have to give you recognition for it?
So you guys don't think that that can have a positive impact on awareness?
And going back to Mr. Beast.
Not for me, at least.
No?
To
Not
Mr.
on
Beast,
myself.
he doesn't like his videos. The thing is that since the beginning, his channel has been influenced towards that. His money, he gets it for that. But it doesn't influence me on any term just because I don't have money. If I had, his videos are not going to make me act like him just because I watched the video. I would act like him if it comes from me or I am like that. But still, his videos don't create anything like any conscience on me on doing it. If I'm gonna do it, I'm just gonna do it because I am like that. But you're like putting two
because you
different.
feel it.
You're putting two different scenarios that are like completely different.
Why? When it comes to Takashi and,
they're
and
completely
Mr.
different.
Beast?
His
But they're both
videos,
celebrities.
His YouTube channel is based on that.
Acuérdate, mira, del mic.
Like this,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
But they're both celebrities and they're both being recorded doing a good deed.
So going back to what you just said, is the way they do it.
Yeah.
You get me?
It's what they do. That's what
Only
they do. Yeah.
But they shouldn't record themselves, at least to my point of view, doing that because
I never saw like I'm thinking about it right now. If me, like say right now I become a millionaire, right? And I have somebody struggling in my family or anybody personal, right? Or anybody in the street, and I know what it is to not have money. I mean, I'm not poor. There's worse people than me in the world, but I know what it's to struggle and to not have that kind of money. And let's say I have it now. If I want to do something good for you or any of my friends or anybody, why would I record myself and put it on a reel or on Instagram? If it just came from my heart, like, hey, I woke up today and I want to give this guy money because lo veo todos los días en la calle y lo veo struggling. Let me buy him a pizza at least. It's going to fulfill me inside because it happens. When you do something good for somebody, it fulfills you inside so much that you don't need recognition for anybody. You take that and you're like, no. Like you feel good the whole day because I did something good. Nobody needs to know about it. I just did it, and I feel good the whole day. Like when you do something good, it's for you and it's not for nobody else to see it. Ahora, that it gives awareness, I think awareness comes better when you have an institution like Daddy Yankee has that they give out to the poor in Africa and they have a logo for it. I'll go see, and they advertise that so people could donate to them and stuff like that. But it's just, I don't know. Anybody, not just Tekashi 6ix9ine, anybody that does YouTube videos and records themselves giving out money like that, 12,000 pesos a este. You're doing it for the views. Why else would you do it?
All right, but going back, we
I don't know if I'm answering.
we're quick to judge, bro.
Well, we are.
And first,
But the answer is to judge.
But
Like, the question was to judge.
Before that, I think everybody deserves the benefit of the doubt. And aside from that, hold on, we gotta look ourselves in the mirror and ask ourselves, what did I do for humanity today, or yesterday, or the day before yesterday?
I gotta laugh, okay.
those are things that only you're supposed to know, man.
I know, but you're judging people
Well, I'm not
based
judging.
off
Based on the question
I'm
that
not
you
based
asked.
off a good deed that they're doing.
I don't think it's judgment. I think it's a point of view.
Point of view. Yeah. Judging would be like if you gave out the money and you tell me, hey, this guy gave out 50 millones a una familia pobre, and I start judging that. Like I heard it from you, and I'm judging why he did it. But if I see it on a video and then you tell me, you think that's cool that he videotaped that? I'm like, no, he should have just given them the money. Yeah, he knows that he did a good deed. Why does he need recognition for everybody else? He could have posted like something on Instagram.
Maybe he doesn't need the recognition. Maybe he needs. He's trying to make people feel some sort of satisfaction towards seeing something like that.
So
'Cause
maybe
sometimes you see a video and you see something good happening, you're like, damn,
It makes you feel good.
there's still some good in the world,
and it makes you want to do
especially
something
in the
good.
world
Okay.
that we live in. You get what I'm saying?
Makes
You
me-
go. I go also
makes
see it
me
from
question
that.
it.
Yeah.
It makes me cringe, man. Honestly, bro.
No, it makes
makes you
me
cringe.
question.
Seeing that video, yeah.
It
Damn,
depends.
I wish we could show him the video so he could see
I saw the
like
video
the
on the
old
news, man.
woman's face every single time she saw that $100 bills.
I could show it to him. I could show it to
No,
him. I
but
could
of
show it
At the
to
end
him.
of the day, of course, man.
You're gonna get a positive reaction.
Like,
Okay.
It's the
it,
way.
it gets
it's
to
the
you,
way-
bro. It
No,
gets to you.
but
You know,
you're
you're looking
gonna-
at a lady's
but
face.
you're gonna get the same positive reaction even if you're not recording yourself. I know you're trying. What you're saying is that maybe
If
he's
there's
trying-
no recording, you don't see it. You
He's
don't
trying
react
to show.
to it.
He's trying to show the world
wrong
and
way.
teach him.
I get what you guys
In
are
a wrong
saying.
way.
I'm just trying to like see it from different
Yeah, of
points
course.
of view. You
Well,
get what I'm
it's
saying?
much better
But
if
I
he didn't-
understand what you
What's your
guys are saying.
personal point of view?
Are we gonna see it or no?
What do you think about it?
My personal point of view is
that-
I
is
think
that correct?
I think everybody deserves the benefit of the doubt, and obviously he's not the best example given how his past has been, because he used to be a gang member and then he went to jail, and then I think he tiró echó a todo el mundo pa'lante, and you know that's how he got out, because I think they were gonna give him like 126 or 70 years, something like
I'm
that.
not
Maybe
sh-
you can fact check that, Felix. I don't know how many years he was gonna get,
From
but
what I've heard, is that that he ratted on those people. From what he said, that Felix saw his TikTok. He said that he explained it that they were like fucking his girlfriend and disrespecting him in a
no,
way.
they
right?
did. They banged his girlfriend, and they told him that they were gonna kill his mom,
So, yeah,
something
they-
like
so-
that. So,
so
he was
basic-
facing up to like 70 years in jail, and then the feds told him, "Listen, if you rat on your friends, then we're gonna give you 2." So I mean, it was like a no-brainer. Why? Because he didn't even have to think about the street code, because the street code is that you should not rat on your, you know.
Yeah, but they
on your
weren't
homies,
respecting him.
But they were not. They were doing harm to him.
Exactly,
They
so-
banged his girl, and they were gonna kill his mom.
Yeah.
So he just ratted on everybody, and that's how he got out. But whatever, he's had a rough past, right? He hasn't been the best example, and he's a bit cuckoo in the head. And but I also see the good side in him somehow.
Beans,
Like I don't know.
Maybe
What
he's
I'm trying
redeeming
to say
himself.
is that you say that we're quickly to judge, but we're giving you a point of view of a guy that we don't know. I just saw the video, but I don't know his past.
Right, but
I
my
don't know his
question,
career, I don't know the guy.
I used him as an example
just talking about a video.
on what he did, but I was talking in general, like celebrities
what I
using
mean-
their platform to, you know, reach other levels or actually promote
And
whatever
that's
it
okay.
is.
That's okay that they do that. Pero
It is gonna
I
give.
would like to give him the benefit of the doubt, but in my heart, that's what I see. When I see those videos, that's what I get inside of myself.
What makes you feel like that,
Because
or why?
it's hard. It's not often that you see the same those people to continue doing those things. You know, they might do it for a couple of times, 2-3 times, and they won't do it again. So, to me, they're just trying to get views and likes.
Yeah, my view
Agreed.
changed when
Agreed.
when I talked to Felix and he explained to me, and it kind of makes sense that he's now trying to go into the Latin music and he wants that community, you know, and so he's putting out music with Latin artists, and he's also giving out money like that, and filming himself. You know, there's even a video with him. He's not giving out money with Leniel, and they're talking, and then they finished, but they kept recording. He goes, "¿Cómo salió eso? Déjame verlo." Which everybody does that, you know. But I feel like all the other videos giving him out money to people like that. I'm not saying it comes from not a good deed. I'm saying that he doesn't need to record it. Like, you know, just do it and that's it. Like, I mean, why would you record it for? My thing is, why would you record it? If you want to raise awareness, just
We come back to Johnny's point.
Yeah.
Maybe to teach the world to be nicer, to give away to the poor and stuff like that. That's the other side, the other way of seeing it. It's hard for me to see it like that.
at the end of the day,
Prove
what,
me wrong. Yeah.
at the end of the day, what he's doing up to now is a good deed. Regardless if he recorded himself or not, I still see it as a good deed.
Yeah. They're gonna benefit.
The only thing that I don't like is how you were recording it and putting it out there for the world. You know, that's the only reason how. Not that it's not good, but
How else are you gonna raise awareness if you were trying to raise
You could
awareness?
open-
That's just what I'm telling you. It doesn't aware people. People is gonna come from them. If it does to you, it doesn't
In
mean
the
that it
world
does
that we
to
live
everybody.
in, bro, it's really hard.
So you really
And-
think
and
that in the world that we live in, that's going to affect people in some way that they would?
I think the
I'm just gonna help people now.
the good that we see in people, it just fades and fades
Bro, I don't
as
wanna-
the years come, bro.
I was gonna say-
given how hectic life
just don't
has
think that
gotten
it's
and
like-
how crazy the world that we live
I
in
just
is
don't think
right
that it's
now.
a real
I'll put it
comes
this way.
from them. I don't think so. Man.
I'll put it this way. What he did,
Prove me wrong.
I see it as a good deed. You know. At the end of the day, I see it as a good deed, regardless if he recorded himself or not. he's still-
Irregardless.
Huh?
Irregardless.
Irregardless, yes. It's still a good deed what he did, right? But at the end of the day, it might raise some awareness. But remember, all of us are very hypocritical for certain things. You know, like there's other shit that's happening in the world, and we know it, and we cannot change it. Some things we can't change, but we still know it's bad, and we still put it aside, because if you think about it constantly, you'll go crazy, bro. So I'm seeing more stuff and more stuff and more stuff. I'm like, fuck, man, it's hard. Like, it's hard. So I don't judge him for doing a good deed. I would like it if he didn't film himself all the time doing it, or saying, oh, who gives out more money than me? Not even Daddy Yankee. That's not true. You know, Daddy Yankee gives
Okay.
out a lot of money to the board.
Okay, let me ask you now. If you had the chance to do something like that, not to record yourself, because clearly you don't see that as an option. How would you try to raise awareness, or how would you do a good deed like that? How would you give money to the poor or feed the poor?
Maybe opening a website
Okay, so
and donate
donate.
to whatever cause you're trying to help. That's it. But
So how would
recording
you-
yourself giving money to a
But
single
how would
person?
you deliver the goods? How would in what way you
I would go to
you s-
for example, if I were to give money to a school, just go to the school with your check, tell him that you want to donate, and that's it.
What
Or
about
record
if,
yourself.
if you were trying to like impact somebody's life directly? Like, I know there's poor people over here. Like, how would you do it? Just go straight at
Go
it
straight
and
to the people, not recording myself, give them the money, and that's it.
Or open a GoFund or something like that, you know?
how would you do it, Elvis?
You're gonna raise awareness when people start talking about it.
How the people that you gave money to?
The people that you give money to, when the people that are gonna be around it, they're gonna hear about it, and
They're gonna-
everybody's
They're gonna post it. Oh, yeah, I got money from this guy, you know?
Yeah, but that's
there's
them.
gonna be a
What if they can post it? That's
This is how I see it. You raise awareness by opening a company or something that everybody could be involved with. But if I make a video of going and giving a pizza to a tipo la esquina or a few people in the street, how am I'm giving awareness to help others
you're gonna raise awareness when you keep doing it all the time.
all the time.
If you do it for 2-3 times and you stop, you're not gonna raise any
But let's
awareness.
say I wanted to donate money to those people in Cuba. There's not a foundation that I could put in my money so that money could be sent to them, you know, by everybody that donated. Like, he's just saying basically like, oh, give out money whenever you can if you see somebody struggling. So it's two. I guess it's two different things, you know. What he's doing and other artists are doing, or when you have a foundation, it's different types of awareness, I guess.
yeah, man. I don't
At the
know.
end of
I
the
don't
day-
know.
How would you do it? How would you raise awareness?
Since I know that I would genuinely do it from the heart, I would probably record myself doing it, bro.
Now, why would you record yourself?
To raise awareness.
To raise
That's-
awareness, to motivate my peers to do the same thing. The people that can do the same thing I do, that I know they can do the same thing, to raise awareness in them and motivate them, and also
But
like
you'll speak out
other-
about it. You'll be like, guys, these people in Cuba
Clearly.
need help.
Of course.
Let's help them out. I have a website and a link that you guys could donate and give money, and
That's
then
how
I
you can
would
raise
rally people
awareness.
up,
But he's not doing
but
that.
you also have to lead by example. You can't be like, oye, Ale, vamos a la esquina, vamos a tirar todo el mundo dinero ahí. Like, nah, hazlo tú primero. Or
You
like,
can
what are
lead
you talking about?
by example, but
you
you don't
lead by
need to
example.
record yourself.
But the thing is that what I'm saying, when he did all those posts, he didn't put in his comments, from my knowledge. Correct me if I'm wrong. From what I saw, oye, let's raise money for the Cuban people that are suffering. They're eating out of the garbage in Cuba. I'm gonna put a link and a website so everybody could donate. And let's donate to not just Cuba, to every Latin country that's suffering from
Do you
porn.
think it's the same thing as me telling you, hey, I went the other day to this people's house and I donated a 10K cash, as in like, yo, look what I did, bro. I went to these people's house. Look at these people how they live, and look,
It's
I
the
gave
same
them,
thing.
It
I
would
gave
be
them.
exactly the same thing.
It's
I
just
don't know,
different.
bro. I don't
Even
think so.
and I wouldn't even tell you that I did it unless I was trying to get you to do the same thing. I wouldn't even
'Cause
tell
they
you
really
that I
need it,
did
yeah.
that.
But that's
If I'm not trying to help, like
But that's the reason why I come up to you. But I'm just saying, like, if I'm showing it differently, like if I'm showing you in a video that this is how I did it, bro. Look at these people. Like we can do so much.
I don't want the people in the videos to be humiliated.
How are they?
'cause
How are they being
Nobody
humiliated?
likes to
I
be
don't
poor.
understand.
Nobody likes being poor, and you're recording that
Those
can
people.
humiliate them.
Those
is that
people will
correct?
be thanking you for your
word?
life.
What? Yeah, humiliate.
All right. Sorry,
You said it right, man.
Those people will be thanking you for the rest of their lives. How are they being
Se puede hablar
humiliated?
español.
Mira, déjame enfriar esto. Que creo que están calentando un poquito.
No, la vi.
Mira, easiest way, if you have money, all right? People that have money, okay? You have money, all right?
Brox.
You go straight to a foundation, okay? You choose. Usually people that have money, they're not in one foundation. They're in 1, 3, or 4, or 5, or whatever. They do these events, and they invite other people with money that are willing to help people without recording
Right.
themselves. All right? And they raise money for those foundations. And they're doing that for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 foundations at a time. That's how I would do it, and that's how I believe that it should be done. You don't need to record yourself to, and usually people that have money, they are like with class. People with money, they have class.
Right.
Because there's like young money that they have money and they don't have class, they don't have principles, they don't have anything. But you should
Right.
have money. I don't think that you should record yourself because at the end of the day, it's not going to create anything on people if it's not like directly to them. If you don't connect with the video, it's what I think.
Do you think your word will travel longer than a video?
If you have influences,
No shot.
if you have influences,
No shot. There's not a chance, bro. I mean,
I
it's
agree,
not even
I
it's
agree,
not even
I agree
possible.
and respect your point, but it's just my point of view.
And I understand it.
People are gonna
but
see it
if
faster
you're really
on a video.
listen, there's a lot of bro.
I just don't think it's about seeing who sees it fast. There's people who look, for example, I see the video faster, but I'm in the bed watching the video with my
Scrolling,
cat.
scrolling.
Exactly, it's just going up.
Bro,
Did I help?
fine.
No.
It didn't touch you, but maybe it
That's what
touches
I'm
someone
saying.
else.
If it doesn't hit you, that video is not.
but maybe
going
it touches
to-
someone else. And bro,
It's
the reason why I'm saying it is because there's kids dying from hunger in Africa, right?
and in Cuba too.
And yeah, all over the world. So, a ver, para hablarte claro, en lo que yo te digo ahora a ti aquí, oye, dale, vamos a donar, vamos a esto, vamos a lo otro. A que mi palabra llegue allá a África, a ese niño que se está muriendo de hambre, it's not the same as me posting that video and some people seeing it worldwide and they're like, oh my God, yes, there's people in Africa, let's,
That's what
that's gonna
foundations are
travel.
for.
Okay, record yourself helping those kids, but not giving them money like that. Personally, like that. All right.
So it's how you deliver the
Maybe.
message.
Maybe now.
Okay, but guys, really quick, think about this. He recorded those videos and made a music video. It's a music video. It's not a TikTok video. It's not coming out on the news. It's a music video. It's gonna be there forever on YouTube. The people in Cuba that are hungry, and all he's doing is just passing out $100 bills.
From a balcony.
No, that happened before. That was another in another moment.
So, what is he really trying to do? Remember, he's never sang a Spanish song. He comes from hip hop. So, en mi opinión, yo creo que él se está intentando ganar un público nuevo por toda la mala fama que tiene, porque es rata, porque fue a la prisión, por lo que sea.
But remember what Johnny says. Doesn't he deserve the benefit of the doubt? Does he?
Listen,
Not from me.
At the end of the day, what he did is a good deed. The question is, should be better. Like, is it a good deed, regardless if you record yourself doing a video?
It is a good deed.
Yeah, it's a good deed.
It is a good deed.
it's a good deed.
Yeah, it's a good deed.
That's out of the question.
But listen, I'm gonna put it hard for you guys. We're very hypocritical as human beings. Yeah, yeah. You could take a break to go piss.
Yeah, face break, bro.
All right, okay, so you could. I'll give you an example, and this is gonna be a big one. I don't know how you guys are gonna answer this. The devices we're using to record ourselves to do good deeds is killing thousands of kids in Africa. Because the batteries and everything, all these iPhones and they're made of, they have kids in Africa picking it up with their hands in minas that are a bunch of people on top of each other with their kids in the back, babies, and they're dying. They're literally all dying. You don't see that on the news. You don't see that on TikTok. The only place I saw it recently, it was in a Joe Rogan podcast because he had a person that went into Africa. He almost got killed going in there to expose that. And even that, it was hard for him to get video footage and all that. He has pictures of it. And it's like, it's crazy though. Think about it. Like, we are recording this podcast on phones, on cameras that need batteries. And those batteries are made from people's back, basically slavery. It's basically slavery, and people are dying. So, should we all stop using iPhones and our laptops and our electric cars? It's crazy. I don't know if you guys knew about that, but yeah,
No, I
it's
didn't
happened.
know
I
about
found out, and I was like, wow. Like, how do I? You even if you want to change it, how do you change it?
I don't know what Elvis thinks about that.
Yeah,
I mean,
what do you guys? I know it's a little bit hard to answer that.
It's.
Fena didn't hear me.
I mean,
bro.
as harsh as I may sound, it's something that
how
I
do we
can
raise awareness for that?
is that I cannot.
Your
That's something I
phone-
can't control though.
Your phone, your tablet, everything that has batteries, basically, right, is created by other people's work, but slavery work. They pay them $1 a day, and it's some mines in Africa where kids are dying, and the family have their kids in their bag, and everybody's ajuntado ahí, apretado todo el mundo, and it's toxic gases and everything.
Yeah, like
Just to make an
companies outsourcing their businesses
But it's not. But
for
they don't.
cheaper.
No, but
Yes.
the thing is, they're mining, and people are dying because they're doing it and
Yeah, it's just not outsourcing, but like.
But that's where the material comes
exploiting.
from. Yeah, exploiting.
your phone
That's the
is
word.
your phone is basically made from people dying in Africa and slavery. That's the honest truth. It's harsh, but it's the truth.
I mean,
Okay, and what's the question?
How do we raise awareness for that? Are we gonna all stop using phones?
that's a big one because we rely so much on our phones.
We
Our
rely so
phones
much on
are
it. It's already part of us.
already part of us, and that's our. They're practically attached to our bodies, you know, on a day to day.
Well, at the end of the
Can't
day,
really-
I don't think none of us could do anything about it. We don't. Not even people that are famous like Joe Rogan. You know, they could raise awareness and people see it, but what are you gonna do about it? You're gonna stop using phones?
I think that would have to come from the government side.
No,
So deep.
it will have to come from the companies that are doing it. Apple,
Yeah, but the government
Samsung.
will have to
The government will have to interfere
interfere. Yeah,
It's not gonna happen.
because at the end of the day, everything is a
Everything is
business.
money. And,
Well, to on another note, have you guys heard about what do you guys think about this new policy that DeSantis came up with the whole gun that you could carry now?
that you don't
bro.
have to have
Yeah.
the license.
What do you good or bad?
That's crazy.
Right? You think it's crazy?
Miami's crazy already, man. You think we need crazy?
What do you think is okay?
people?
Do you think Miami is worse than Chicago and New York in crime, or the same?
I don't know. Maybe
I don't
Felix
know,
can look
'cause
that
I
up.
don't live in Chicago or New York.
It's worse. The numbers don't lie.
No, but I'm
Miami
talking
is
about-
worse than Chicago.
Chicago,
Chicago is worse.
brothers. I don't know the numbers, but I know there's basically daily or weekly. I don't know how many people dead.
I don't know, man. 'cause
From-
I really
from
don't watch the news.
violence, from
I hate
gun
that
violence.
show, but
No, I don't watch the news. I don't get the information from CNN
I'm just
or none
telling
of
you
these.
what I live like every day, man. Like there was this time, like I went to Atlanta like, a week ago or whatever, and everything was just so like peaceful and like relaxed, and like I was like in another world. And I came here, man. It's just like chaos started, like people cutting off people like screaming to people. Everybody's always in a bad mood. Everybody's like rushing always. Everybody just came. I don't know why everybody's coming to this peninsula for. You know, there's like only beach here, but there's like really nothing to do but spend money.
Everybody's coming here because California, New York, it's all going to shit. It's like a freaking.
But I think people are just like crazy here.
But so you think it's gonna be more crime from that law that he passed?
100% for me.
100%, man.
Why?
It shouldn't be, because
Remember,
the thing is not guns, it's people, man. People
Okay, so-
are like the problem.
so you think somebody that's gonna commit a crime is gonna get a gun legally to commit a crime? Think about
There's
it.
chances.
I
What's
feel
really?
the thing is that we
There-
don't know.
there-
Do you have one?
Someone,
I don't have one.
No, but I know people that do.
The thing is that you don't know the power that you have until you have one.
Listen, you cannot control mental if somebody's mentally
It's not about mental.
or crazy.
It's not about mental. Like, let's say you have a gun, right?
Okay.
All right, and you're in a bar, and you know that you have the gun. all
Okay.
right? And
They're
it's
not
just-
gonna let you in a bar with a gun.
Yeah, they don't.
it's a rhetorical.
We cannot think. We cannot look at it because
Or in the street or whatever, and
Right.
two guys just like bump into you or whatever, and they start arguing with you.
Okay.
You're gonna fight them, or you're gonna use your gun. For sure, you're gonna use your gun.
No. That's why you need to okay, my thing is if you own a gun, it's like
I-
a car.
I
You need to
feel-
No. If you feel like your life is in danger, meaning that if he's coming up to you with a bat or a knife or another gun or something that could kill you, of course I'm gonna shoot him.
nowadays you can easily say, "Oh, my life is in
Yeah,
danger."
exactly,
Sorry,
man. But that's
and
you,
that's
but
it. There's goes a life. You know.
What about other people?
But that's a scenario like
The problem here is that people are having access to guns too easily. You know,
when you say people, you mean what?
everybody. I'm talking about everybody, bro.
Okay, and what-
Criminals,
okay.
good citizens, whoever you wanna put in.
But if we talk about that, we also have to talk about numbers don't lie. We gotta talk about the numbers. Numbers don't lie.
And that's not counting kids, like teenagers.
Yeah, that's fine. But
you know?
numbers do not lie. From what I know, from the recent thing I read about and what I know, there's 49,000 people killed by guns, and that's including suicide, crime, committed, like robbery, everything, mental health, everything, right? 49,000. There is 2.8 million people saved by gun owners. So 49,000 people are killed by crime and all that, right? And there's 2.8 million saved by somebody that owns a gun.
Okay, so what's gonna happen? Once you give that access to people, instead of 2.8 people being saved by guns, let's say it's gonna be 5 million people saved by guns. But the 48K that you said that were killed by guns, that's gonna go to like 100K.
Yeah, but remember, only 24,000 are from gun violence. meaning robbery or alguien que quiere matar a alguien. And 19,000 is from suicide. You can't control somebody who wants to kill himself. They're gonna kill themselves
That
regardless.
number's
with a gun
gonna
or
go up, early. Those,
It's gonna go up.
Those numbers will
I'll
go
put it
up.
better this way: all the states, every single state that has gun control, meaning that it's hard for you, me, and you to get a gun, has more crime than any other state that has less gun control. Yes.
Because the thing is that on the way over here, by
luck.
mistake, I came to a video, vi un video of someone saying that when they restricted guns over there in Australia, that type of violence went down by a lot.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Well, what I mean is that what you're saying is what I heard is the opposite of what you're saying.
But where did you hear it from, though?
It was a
Someone
video of some guy in
online,
Australia.
on Instagram.
But remember, here in the United States, there are more guns than people. Meaning, yeah,
Really?
there's more guns than people.
Is that
than
a fact?
Yeah, it's a fact. Look it up.
Coño.
That is a
Felix,
fact.
cuando esté buscando ese fact, cógeme una cervecita y please.
Yeah, so there's more guns than people in the United States, meaning there's more people with guns, meaning criminals, than people that own guns legally. Wow. And this is what I think. Let's put a scenario. We all now are allowed to carry, right? There's a situation where it's 3 of you and 1 of me. I'm the crazy guy and start shooting people. That guy has it easy to get a gun because he could get it illegally, No puedo cogerle legalmente because he has a pass, whatever. Because if you're going to commit a crime and you're crazy, it is either you are mentally health, tienes problemas mentales, and eso no sale en tu background. I mean, unless you go to therapy and all this, and they report it, and con todo eso, todavía, the government doesn't do anything about it. But let's say you go somewhere and you start shooting, right? Nobody has a gun to defend themselves. Wouldn't it be easier if you 2 or you 3 had a gun and I come in and start shooting people? Wouldn't you have a higher chance of killing that person and from him not to shoot people?
Yeah, higher chance to survive.
I just want to the thing is that,
That
you're
makes
speaking
sense.
about something that it makes sense.
Listen, all these school shootings that happen, right? All these school shootings that happen. The one that recently happened, it took them, I don't know, minutes, right?
6 minutes.
6 minutes. And they weren't even in the school, the cops, right? Now imagine if they had somebody with a gun in the school, security or a cop. They would have stopped them. They would have had a
They could have.
Exactly. So it's the same thing. If you're walking on the street or you go into a supermarket, viene un logo, how it happened in New York. There's no more gun control in New York. For you to get a gun and a concealed weapon permit in New York, it's a hassle, legally. That guy came in, there's a video of it. Boom, the first person he shot in the market la mató. Empezó a entrar, boom, 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 boom. There was nobody inside that market with a gun to defend themselves. If they would have had less gun control and people were allowed to carry, you don't think if 3 people were in there, if you're in there with a gun, you would have been like, fuck that. I'm going to shoot him first than me.
Right, I agree.
And it's happened before. There's a guy that killed somebody from I don't know how many yards with a handgun because he was going to go into the market and kill people when Bawada stopped
I
them
agree,
completely.
but it's gonna open up the doors for
It is.
for a recipe.
But you cannot
disaster,
control
bro.
somebody that's going to commit a crime, and you cannot control somebody that's mentally
Prone to it.
o tiene problemas mentales. If I'm going to go and
But anybody can have a problem, Orly. Like you and I can have an argument right now,
But you know
and
that-
if we're both strapped up, we're gonna go at it. And that's
no,
gonna
that's not true.
come on, bro.
That's not true.
Of course, bro. What
No.
about people having
You know the power you have
people
there.
having problems at home, like all the time. They shoot themselves
let's
up
say
at
we
home.
have
At least
an
we'll
argument.
get rid of a lot of stupid people.
Yeah, for
We don't need
sure.
those
but-
type of people in the
but
world.
The death
Ratio.
toll will go up, bro.
But listen to me. Since
For
the
sure.
dawn of these numbers are from the whole United States, not one state. 49,000 people killed in the United States just last year. I think it was 2020 or 2021. I don't know the correct date, but I know it was 1 year. And 2.8 were saved by people with guns.
that death toll, in my opinion, will go up by like 150%. In my
Yeah,
opinion,
but it's
That-
150. But from what? What type of crimes? Suicides, school
when
shootings.
you
Any
say
crimes,
suicide-
any crimes. I'm talking
when you
about in
say
general.
Suicide, how many suicides?
24,000.
You know how many balls you have to like put a gun in your head and kill
Yeah,
yourself?
it's
there's people
49.
that do,
wait,
bro.
wait. It's
Yeah,
40.
but, like,
wait,
I
wait,
don't
wait,
think
wait.
it's that big of a number.
Wait, it's
Man,
49,000.
look up the number,
You
man.
have to fact check
Look at that
that.
number. Look at that number for me,
Wait
man,
up,
because
wait up.
like some like
Look it up. Look it up in.
crazy ass people, man.
Look it up. It's
We live in a crazy
49,000.
world, bro.
No, it's 49,000 killed by gun violence. Out of those 49,000, let's say, I don't know which is which, but I know it's that amount. It's 19,000 from suicide and 24,000, un ejemplo, from robbery or whatever. And the rest is like minimum de no sé qué otra cosa.
You got that, Felix?
It's 13.42 per 100,000 individuals. Males die by suicide.
Espérate, dale.
Yeah.
All right, so here it says that the males die by suicide 3.5 times more often than females. So out of 100,000 individuals, 13.42 commit suicide. So I feel like in order to get someone to really commit the suicide, it's a very long process.
Yeah, it's not like that simple at all.
Yeah.
It
But
doesn't go like that, man.
what my point is, people with guns committing crimes is less than people with guns saving people. So it's 2.8 million saving. A ti no importa cómo tú los salvaste. It's the same thing. You save somebody. Así se iba a matar.
Even then, if you have it, you're not going to be saving every person.
But
that you
think
see
about
in a
it.
problem, man.
24,000 are
You could
killed.
get shot too, you know?
But 24,000 are killed by gun violence, meaning crime. 24,000. 2.8 million are saved by guns. So how is guns
How
bad?
do we know that those numbers are not from cops?
Or maybe those numbers are not like
From
inflated.
cops? What do you mean?
Yeah, like cops saving people, and they
It
have
doesn't
guns.
matter. It's still a gun.
Yeah, but they have permits to have it, and it's not like you're not.
We have
they're not like a
permits.
regular citizen.
I'm a citizen. If I'm walking on the street and I see a guy trying to
Yeah, no, you're
rob
a
a thing,
citizen, but
you could
you're not a
save him.
cop.
Yeah, but
That's
you
what
could
I'm saying.
save him.
If you want to, yeah.
Yeah, you saved them.
So let me ask you, if we're here in the middle of Lincoln Road, there's about 10,000 people in there.
Okay.
A crazy shooter comes up and he just starts shooting up people.
Okay.
He kills five.
Okay.
The cops kill him. Are you telling me that the cops saved 10,000 people?
Those
No.
deaths can come from
But
cops
let's
too,
say
you know?
that-
Because though, I mean,
I'ma
that's
give you
how
an-
those
I'ma give you-
numbers can be easily
I'm gonna give you a
inflated, you know?
different scenario. If you're there, right, and the cops can't get to that person at time because hay una pila de gente, but Fernan has a gun, he has a gun, and I have a gun, le hago pa pa.
Yes, I understand that.
But if we don't have a gun, we don't have a way to defend ourselves from a crazy person.
And the
I
other
understand,
thing is that
but
you're
it's-
getting, man, I'm not trying to take out your job, man, but you're getting that information from the internet. Anybody
No, this is the
can
DCA,
write-
DEA,
Yeah,
or
but
DCA,
anybody
whatever.
can
I
write
think it is.
information. You can go anywhere and like get information from stupid people, and they can write it there, and
Yeah,
they
but-
can do anything they want.
It's not stupid people. How many people are in the world? You're getting.
How does that relate to the
It
question?
relates because we need to have some sort of
But
numbers.
anybody can write 13,000 or whatever. I can go in the internet and write it.
You
in
go
Wikipedia.
okay. If I go on the internet and I see, if I go on the internet and if I see something, Johnny wrote something, I'm gonna go and be like, okay, Johnny dijo
Nada
que,
contra ti, mi hermanito.
okay, for example, Johnny went and wrote something on the internet, right? And I go see it. We wrote something. I'm like, well, let me go see if what he's saying is true. And I go and look at other sources. But most sources say that about guns,
Right.
and deaths. It's not just one source.
Right.
It's not just like CNN dijo que blah blah blah.
Man, CNN always lies.
Exactly. So
They
that's what I'm
don't-
saying.
they
I'm
never
gonna
tell
go
the truth.
see and I'm gonna intake what CNN told me and be like, déjame ver si es verdad eso. Research. Este dice que no. Este dice que no. Este dice que no.
Pretty
Este
big
dice que no.
source.
So it's like different sources, and then you accumulate it, and you're like, okay, I kind of know what.
Yeah, I understand your point of view, but
At the end of the day,
at the
it's
end
in
of the
our
day,
Constitution.
those numbers are gonna go up, and I'd rather just
It hasn't gone up in
How do you know?
last year.
How do you know they're gonna go up?
How do
bro,
you
they
know?
are gonna
Why?
go up, bro.
It hasn't
because
gone up.
People have more access to guns than people están más propensos a cometer el crimen teniendo la pistola.
Johnny, so you're telling me that if you take guns away from me, citizens, right? You don't think
Oh, wait. Nobody here has said about taking guns away.
Yes,
We're talking
that's what the
about
government wants to do.
restricting the access. Like,
Yeah, but that's not the topic,
It's gonna
really.
make it hard, like to make it harder for people to get a gun. So
but
if
you
you
have one?
if you want a
no,
gun,
but I'm gonna get one.
So it's
listen,
not taking it away.
listen. If
No,
you
but it's
want a
stricter
gun,
to
Not
get
yet.
it.
if
Not
you
yet.
want a gun, then prove to me that you really need the gun and that you really know how to use it and that you're gonna use it for
Okay.
the right purpose.
Now,
you know.
you're telling me
Nah,
that.
no, que venía. Oye, me hace falta una pistola y me
Okay,
iba a
no, okay, I understand what you're saying.
La copita esa,
Ah,
la
okay,
rosadita,
perfecto.
la ping pong.
Se
No,
parece
la-
cuando estás jugando ahí en Call
Okay,
of Duty.
ahora te voy a decir algo. Ahora te voy a decir algo. You think the person that's gonna commit a crime or kill somebody else or hacer algo, a bad deed, is going to care where he like? You think he's gonna go legally? Oye, me hace falta. Él está yendo, no, está bien para ver una pistola. Voy a ir and I'm gonna pay for one illegally. Still gonna commit the crime. But you, that want a gun legally, cannot defend yourself against that person
That's a good point too.
because they're making it harder for you to
I
do
mean,
it.
if you want to be able to defend yourself, you should get a permit. I mean, your license, your gun.
But why is it harder for
The
us?
sooner the better. I mean,
Why
the
is it
sooner you
harder
know.
for me that I'm not trying to
but
commit
nobody-
crime?
buy it
but
illegally.
why is it gonna be hard for you? Why is it gonna
the
be hard
license
for
is
you?
for you to be conscious about it. I think I don't even.
The
know.
license is for you to learn how to use a gun and learn the
Okay, but
laws.
Orly, in what sense is getting a gun gonna be hard for you? Like if they restrict it,
It's not hard. You know, I could go and
Obviously
do the
not,
test,
bro.
do the test, pay for it.
they're
But that,
making it harder on the people, those that don't have documents, those that have criminal records.
no, they're
That's
not
what-
making it hard on them because they're gonna get it illegally. That's what I'm
Okay,
saying.
bro.
It's easier
You
for
have-
somebody.
but you have to go through a hassle to get a gun
Let me
either
ask you
way.
this: Isn't it? Shouldn't it be easier for somebody to get a gun legally than somebody that's not gonna get it legally? Because you don't know when they're gonna get it.
Is it that hard to get a gun legally?
You have to take a test.
What are the steps?
It costs money. I think.
Vamos,
Yeah, but
pues,
what's
loco,
like-
Feli.
Look, right now, I'll give you an
Do
example.
you know the steps to getting a gun legally?
Yes.
Please,
Enlightening us.
Yo,
Okay,
enlightening
so-
us, please.
In order to get a gun legally here in Miami, where we are, you can go to Bass Pro Shops. You pay $125. You take a Saturday course for 4 hours.
Isn't that a fishing store?
It is. It's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
hunting.
Fishing and hunting.
Hunting.
It's a hunting and fishing store. So you go on a Saturday, you pay $125, $150. They take your fingerprints. They train you on gun safety. Okay?
Very important.
Gun safety. And then they grab all your files and they send that paperwork into the government. And then you officially apply to get your concealed weapons license.
Yeah, you can take a Saturday. to do that.
Now, you can go and buy a handgun at the age of 21 and not have any sort of license. Remember, the concealed weapons license is to conceal carry.
Yes.
That doesn't mean that you're not able to have a handgun. Also, to get an assault rifle, an AR-15, which to us is more deadly, or to get a shotgun, all you have to do is be 18 years old.
Wow.
That's it.
The same age that you need to be to go to war.
That's crazy as hell, bro.
the
that
same
sounds
age-
crazy
it's the
as
same-
hell. I'm
It'd be
sorry.
crazy.
But Johnny, listen to this. The difference is the concealed permit thing is that you need the concealed permit to carry it
carry
with
it.
you. Right now, if they still had that law that you need the conceal, I could go buy a gun legally and put it inside my car, and I could commit a crime. What's the difference? Oh, that I could carry it.
I
Like,
just feel you need a purpose in life, man. Está calentando esto.
no, but it's
Sigan,
just.
sigan con el jueguito, sigan con el jueguito, que se van a dar cuenta después y van a
No, mira, no,
venir.
cerveza.
Van a muy
Tú
calentico.
sabes que yo no tomo.
At the end of the day, somebody is gonna get it illegally. Is gonna commit the crime regardless. It's like it's like this. If you go get a, mira, it's like this. If you go get a gun, I feel like you should know the steps, and I feel like you should know how to use it like a car. If you're gonna go driving, you need a license and you need to learn how to drive. Pero, can you control somebody that's gonna drink and drive? Oh, DUI. I'm all in DUI. Oh, so you're gonna stop people from using cars or make it harder for them to get a license? They're still gonna drink
They're
and
still
drive.
gonna drive, yeah.
They're still gonna get a gun and they're
do
still
you
gonna
agree
kill
more with
people.
And it's easier
Oli
to do
now
that
or
in
not?
Miami.
The difference is
I do not.
now if I buy a gun, I go through the background check, all that, but it's easier for me to carry it to defend myself. That's the difference.
I just feel that if you have it, man, you're always gonna be like on edge, and you're just gonna
Yeah.
be like, I have it or whatever. I'm not gonna take bullshit. Let's say you have a bad day. I'm just not gonna take like this shit from no one
No,
or whatever.
never.
and-
I disagree. I disagree with that.
I would
I
never
Prone
use
to
it.
make it a
I
wild,
feel
wild
like
west,
I
bro.
feel like a gun.
Nah.
No,
Unless
no.
you're a crazy person, I feel like a
you,
gun.
you agree to have it?
No.
But no, I don't agree that people are just gonna because they own a gun,
Take a bathroom break.
they're gonna think that they're the shit and they can do whatever the fuck, and they're gonna treat
We're
you
not-
differently.
We're not saying that either. Like me having a gun, that's not gonna make me feel like I'm I'm
Unstoppable.
fucking Rambo or some shit. But
Yeah,
you have the option.
because-
It gives you the option to get that gun and shoot at somebody if life puts you at a situation. You get what I'm saying? And you're not always gonna be at the right. Maybe in that situation you're at the wrong. Like you did something wrong there and you shoot somebody and that's it. You get locked up. You know. And if you didn't have that gun with you, then something else would have happened. I mean, that's what I'm trying to say.
So at the end of the day,
What kind of situation would that be? Because
I don't
way
know.
I'm seeing
I don't
is
know much about laws, but I think
when do
maybe
people-
you can correct me on this. Like if you shoot somebody in the back, then that's like you lose automatically.
No. But in what situation would you have a gun on yourself and lose your mind and shoot someone else? In what
In
situation?
my house.
In your house. If you're in your house and someone else is in your house, that's trespassing.
Right. But what if that person is already like leaving my house? Like maybe he just broke into
Don't
the
shoot the
backyard.
person. Don't shoot the person.
But what if I get like so worked up that what the heck is this guy doing here in
They
my
teach you-
house
they
with
teach you-
my kid in
Don't
here?
they teach you that on the
and
course?
I see this guy taking, I don't know, whatever. I don't know. He's taking something from the house. I'm like, what the heck?
Even if you shoot him not on their back, if they're facing you and you shoot them, there's gonna be a lot of consequences. Even if that happens, if they're in your property and that happens, there's gonna be a lot of consequences, irregardless.
You see why?
So-
now
Do they teach that on the course, right?
They do. So they do teach that on the course. Just remember, guys, that no matter what, it's always going to be a gray area because there's
Very
a lot
gray.
that has to go into play. Do you have cameras inside of your house? Is there video footage? At the end of the day,
Is your life in danger?
At the end of the day, is the
seen him
officer that
when he
went
was
to your
showing his
call?
back?
Is he your friend?
Yep.
Does he personally know you? So
It's very great, that area.
it's a very gray area. Now, I do know that if your life is in immediate danger, you and like that person is facing you,
you, exactly.
and you're 100% sure that that person is coming for you, and it's your last breath, and you pull the trigger, you'll most likely be taken to court. You'll go through the whole process, but you won't be charged with a felony. Now, if that person is running away from you and you shoot that person as he's running away just because you're angry and because you still are raging, that's where you lose. But it's still a gray area because.
So what
nobody
are we?
Okay.
I mean, I'm back, but what were we talking about? Like, because I want to get into the.
No, because he asked me.
The scenario where you use your gun. In what scenario?
Your life is
In what position would you be that you had to use that concealed weapon?
so okay. So you're saying if
And Johnny mentioned you being in your house and someone leaving your
No,
house.
because I told him that would put you in a position that having a gun puts you in a position where you can shoot somebody. And if you shoot them wrong or, if the situation
yeah,
happens that you shoot them the wrong way or whatever, you get locked up. Why? Because you had a gun, you had the option to
Okay.
shoot, and all
Yeah,
that.
But it all depends. If you're gonna say like that, it depends on the action of the other individual.
No. Again, I'm not very knowledgeable when it comes to like.
No, but like depending on the action. If you're in your house watching TV, right, and somebody's trying to rob your house, I could shoot him. If he's coming into the door and I don't know him, I could shoot him. Why? Because I fear my life and my family. So you're dying because I don't know you and you're coming into my house.
Right, but I told
That's
him,
in that scenario.
what if he's running away? What if
Well,
you
if he's
just
running
see
away,
him?
that's where the
And
gray area comes.
What if you rage and you have the gun? You're like
But let me ask you this: have you ever done fighting sports, jiu-jitsu?
Nah. I
Anything like
mean, I practiced that when I was little.
Okay.
But
I did jiu-jitsu, Fernan did judo, right? Right?
Soy
Un arma letal.
un arma letal, yo no necesito pistola.
Now, let me ask you something. When you learn, because it happened to me. In Cuba, when I was a little kid, I did wrestling. When I came here, I did jiu-jitsu for 3 years. I was 18. And it made me more conscious of not using it or not trying to use it. Like, como que yo decía, coño, I could really hurt somebody. Not saying that I'm gonna fuck anybody up. I'm saying like, it makes you like, it's the same as a gun. If you have a gun, you're gonna think twice before. If you're angry, you're not gonna be like, oh, fuck that nigga, boom, 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 right? You're gonna be like, no.
You're gonna have control.
Yeah, you're gonna control it because you're not a crazy person. I don't care how angry you are, you're gonna know you're gonna kill somebody if you use that gun. And by the way, if you take out the gun, it's to use it. Don't take a gun out if you're not gonna use it. So you have to make sure that your life is in danger.
Every angle that you have in your like if you put it here, and that, if you don't shoot him, like when it gets to court, wherever your hand was, that's how much years.
If you're being recorded, if you're giving money and you're being recorded,
but like witnesses or whatever. No, but that's how it is.
you shoot that first.
I mean, I don't want to think negative or anything, but I don't want to be in a scenario that I'm somewhere nowadays. And nowadays is crazy that I'm somewhere nowadays and
that we're seeing so many shootings.
and I'm there and I don't have a way to defend myself because the government made it harder for me to get a gun. You know what I mean? That's how I see it. That's how I see it. There's no difference.
And I get your point. I get your perspective and all that. I just think that.
So you're more worried.
Crime will raise.
Crime will raise.
crime
Death
raise?
toll will raise.
How?
Everything, bro. Yeah, bro.
Well, I don't know about it.
You're giving people the option to have it there, bro. And every scenario is different, and every situation is different.
Before that, you had the same option. The only difference is you couldn't carry it, concealed.
I just feel that you want a gun, man.
No, I've always wanted one, but I didn't get one. You know why? Because I wanted to carry. Because what's the point of me owning a gun and having it in my house?
So just go for it, man.
I
I
think
want
every
to carry
citizen.
it whenever I go somewhere, that you could carry, obviously.
But will they let you into a club, a bar, a park?
Nope, and nope.
You would have to leave it in the car.
And what's the point?
So what's the point
I
of
could
having
carry
the
it.
concealed?
I could carry it in my car. And if you have a gun and you don't have the concealed weapons permit in your car, you have to have the gun separate from the magazine, right?
So it's called a 3-step.
Yeah. So it has to be locked in the glove compartment. I think the magazine. Yeah. The gun somewhere else. So you have to tell the guy, hey, wait, let me open the thing. And
So, but if you have the concealed
You don't need to.
license, you don't need to
you carry
have
it with
like
you
that.
as
You
long as
can-
it's hidden.
Guys, okay, so it makes sense to have.
So what's the difference? A crazy person says right now, right? We still have to get the permit. Somebody goes, you know what? Today I'm gonna buy a gun legally. What's the difference? Oh, I can't carry it, but I still could buy it. He's still gonna commit the crime.
And also, if you go to buy a gun at any store here in Miami, and you have a concealed license, you can take it home immediately with you, because FBI already
Screen you.
Ran your background. If you don't have a license, you pay for the gun, and then after 7 days, after your background is checked by the FBI, you can come back to the store and pick it up.
It depends, man. I think you can't control people that are gonna commit
So
crimes.
if you want to commit a crime quickly, get your concealed weapon license first, and then you can just take the gun
Yeah,
home.
and then
That's
you're
it.
really a stupid person because they're gonna have all your information.
Definitely.
It's like, why would I buy a gun legally to commit a crime or kill somebody? Unless you're crazy or have mental health issues. You cannot control somebody with mental health issues. You know, guns don't kill people. People kill people.
But why is it that you don't that you like it? Do you like it better now that they're not requiring
Yes.
a license
And I
to
would prefer like Texas.
have it concealed,
Yeah,
to have it in you?
and I would have preferred like Texas. Texas, you would carry an assault rifle, ahí al aire, a gun al aire como la policía.
And why? Why do you prefer it like that?
First, it's in our Constitution, right? And second, it makes it easier for me to defend myself. Think
But why
about
you
it.
always- why you think that you always
no,
on-
but you're
on-
not-
you
you're
have
not
to
getting
be
my
on
question.
edge for like
Nowadays, bro.
you think
You're
so,
not.
so you do recognize that you live in a like great like I wouldn't
Miami's
say
not
the
that bad
word.
compared to like New York
So
or
then
Chicago.
why you want a gun so badly and
to
you think
defend
it-
myself
from what?
from anybody that's trying to kill me.
So you do agree that Miami's bad?
No. People are bad.
But the people in Miami.
No.
No.
You live in Miami.
I've lived in Miami without a gun my whole life, and I've never had that scenario
So then
But-
why you want a gun?
because I want to defend myself. The same reason I want a car to drive from point A to point B. Like, I want to defend myself. It makes it easier for me to defend myself.
I understand his reason, but
Yeah.
I don't. What I don't understand is why make it so easily accessible.
It's not. It's the
for
same. It's the
everybody.
same accessibility. The difference is I could carry it now, concealed.
My question
wild,
too early
bro.
again, guys. Can I?
Yeah, go,
All right,
go.
my question was, please let me talk. Pues se me desvían de una manera. señor.
Yeah.
Why do you like it better now that you don't have to go through the process of getting the license?
Yes.
Okay. Why do you like it better like that without the license? That you
Okay.
can just get it.
I'll give you examples.
Mm-hmm.
The first example is if I could go right now. Right, let's say the law wasn't implemented, right? That you still needed the
The
concealed
license.
weapons permit. I could go buy in Bass Pro Shop and go get a handgun legally, right? I go through the process of the FBI, ¿verdad? But if I don't get the concealed weapon, I cannot carry it. I cannot have it. If I have it in my car, I have to have it apart, the 3-step, like Felix said, right? If I have it at home, it's only to. If I have a gun like that, it's only to use at home or have it in my car. That's it. I cannot carry it anywhere else. If I carry it anywhere else and I use it anywhere
Yeah, but
else,
the question is,
I go to jail.
what's wrong with getting the license?
There's nothing wrong with getting that. It's just harder. You're making it harder for people to defend themselves.
Just waiting a week is not harder to get a gun
I haven't gotten it because of that reason. Because
because of that.
because it's a hassle sometimes.
A hassle.
It's a gun. You're talking about
not a
gun. You're
hassle, it's
supposed
just-
to-
You
you're
want me
getting
to give you something funny now? Even with the permit, still people go buy the permit for $200 and you don't have to take the class. I have people that I know that they bought the concealed weapons permit for $200 and they never took the test.
Yeah, but you're talking about a gun. It's something that you like going to kill a people with.
They still do it. There's
Yeah, but
always around.
It's
there's
supposed
always
to be
some,
a hassle for you to get one.
Yeah, and is it a hassle for a criminal to
If
get
you
one?
want to but if you want to defend yourself,
Oh, they carry
oh,
out.
so is that hassle? Okay? So you're gonna make it harder for me, somebody that doesn't have a crime history, to get a gun that I'm just trying to defend myself.
Not
the
just
point
for
is that you're
you, for
comparing yourself to
everybody.
For
them.
everybody,
Yeah.
right? So what happens to the criminal that's gonna commit the crime?
He's gonna
Where's the hassle for
he's
him?
gonna have to go through a hassle to go to the
come
underground
on, you
world
just
to
need the
get a
cash.
gun.
You just need the cash.
but at
Yeah,
the end of the
you're-
day,
but
you're not
you're
getting
paying a
your
little bit
gun
more.
because it's not easier for you.
How much?
but
You could
How
get
much
an
does it cost
AK-47
for the permit? How much is the
it's like
permit?
200?
200,
You said
200,
200?
The permit, 125.
125.
125, and then you buy the gun. With the new law, you don't need the license.
You
and
just buy the gun.
You just buy the
and you go through the
gun.
process. The FBI, background check, all of that.
You have the gun with you.
Just
Yeah, you still have to go through the whole process.
through the whole week and wait that whole week and
No.
for you to get the gun?
No. They give you a background check. Make sure that you're not a criminal. You have not committed a crime. I don't know if mental health issue goes into it right now. No creo, because Pero you do have to go through the FBI and do a background check. Okay, you're not. If you have a criminal history, you cannot get a gun.
But you already have the gun.
No.
Okay.
No,
So you
no,
still
no.
have to wait?
So how much do
If
you
you
wait?
don't have the license, if you don't have the concealed weapons permit, you have to wait. If you have it, you don't have to wait. You could take it home.
Okay. Okay, so how much do you wait if you don't have the permit?
A week, right? Or 2 weeks?
If you don't have the permit, you have to wait 7 days.
If you don't have the
7
permit.
days. So
And
what's the difference?
how much does it take to get the permit?
The permit takes a course. It's usually like 125.
No, but how many days
Huh?
for the permit? You get the permit in 1 day?
No. Remember, you have to take your course. Once you're certified,
Yeah.
the instructor gives you your certificate of taking a safety training course. Then that instructor grabs your fingerprints and they grab all your history, social security, license, and send all of that paperwork to the FBI. FBI has to run the background check,
Yeah.
which is the last thing. Then, if you're approved, you get your license in the mail, which I don't know how long it's taking to get that license right now.
So, but it's still the same thing. You're getting a background check. Still,
Still the same thing. Everything's the same. The difference is that now you buy a gun and you don't need to have a permit to carry
the
it.
permit.
Think
But
about it. If you're
again-
gonna buy a fentanyl, if you're gonna buy a
So
gun,
it's basically the same.
yeah, it's basically the same. The only thing is I could carry it. I don't need the permit to carry it. It's
Yeah, you
basically-
don't need the
Like
permit.
right now,
you're gonna
Johnny.
go through the same, almost the same process,
Oh, okay, then it makes.
and you're gonna get the gun, and you'll be able to carry it without the permit, and that's it. But you're still waited that many days and all of that.
I think what he's trying to say is that it all goes down to when you do get like pulled over, instead of them asking you, "Oh, do you have a concealed weapons license?" Like that's not gonna happen anymore.
Yeah.
I think that's what he's trying to say. Before, if a cop finds out that you have a weapon inside of your car, the first question is, do you have a concealed weapons license? You do? Let me see it. You don't? Okay, so let me get the gun. I need to search that gun, see if it's registered as under a murder, So I think that's what he's trying to say.
But still, even right now.
Wait, hold on. So if you get stopped, can they verify that?
Yes,
you
if you
can-
get stopped right now,
what do they ask for?
Okay, if you get stopped right now with this new law, you have a gun. The cop depends if he asks you or not. But if the cop tells you, do you have a gun with you? Yeah, I have a gun. That's it. May I see it? Yes. That's it.
So they cannot check if you actually got that
They
gun.
could check. They go through. They put your name in the system, and I'm pretty sure it comes out that you bought this weapon. It's registered. It has a serial number.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you're a criminal, there's no serial number. If you're a criminal and they stop you, have a gun, you do what? Yeah, I have a gun. You're entitled to it. So the only difference is I could carry it now. But mind you, if you're gonna buy a weapon and if you're not gonna use it to commit a crime, it's common sense that you have to be knowledgeable of how to use a weapon. Because why would I want to buy a gun to defend myself and I don't even know how to aim or shoot? It's basically like if you didn't own one. Now,
I just don't feel that everybody has your point of view.
so you're telling me some people are criminals? First of all, criminal cannot buy a gun because you can't.
A criminal background wouldn't be able to.
You can't. There's actually, if you have a criminal thing in your thing, no tienes que matar a nadie.
Let's just go through another way to buy it.
Exactly. So you think a criminal is gonna decir, mira acá, voy a levantarme hoy, voy a robar un banco o lo que sea, cualquier crimen que vayas a hacer. Voy a ir a un lugar a comprar una pistola legal para cuando empiece a matar gente, it goes all back to me. When I could just go, get the cash, and buy it illegally with no serial number.
All right. So what's the point of the conversation?
The point of the conversation is, do you think it's a bad that he did this? That right now people like me and you, that if we buy a gun, we're not gonna use it for crime, obviously, because why would you buy a gun legally to use it for crime? You cannot be thinking of people that are gonna commit fucking school shootings or eso because you can't control those people. Like the same reason you can't control a drunk driver.
Well, now that you explained the process of getting it, that's gonna be basically
the
the
same
same.
thing.
I think the numbers will still go up because people are gonna be more exposed to using the gun
But numbers will go up for who?
for the death toll.
Death toll for what? So if I buy a gun, I'm gonna shoot somebody. It depends. Mira, weapons.
People
don't-
having conflicts in the street, Orly, I don't know, like.
but you can't control that, Johnny. You can't control somebody's anger or conflict or or actions.
You cannot control that, right? But the fact that more people are gonna have more guns in the streets, that opens up the doors for
You think-
a wild west,
And
bro.
you think that
Like,
because of this law, people are gonna start getting more guns?
probably.
Yeah, I think there are.
Probably people will get.
I'm gonna
more
get one
getting-
eventually, but I'm gonna shoot. I mean, I've gone shooting
Yeah,
before.
but eventually, not because of this law, is it?
No, because it's easier for me to get it now. I don't have to go through the whole training.
We just said that it was basically the same thing.
No. Right now, go to Bass Pro Shop, pay $600 for a Glock,
And
take it
that's
home, and carry it with me anywhere.
So it's not the same process then.
You gotta go through the background check.
So you wouldn't be able to take it home.
Yes.
How are you gonna take it home if you gotta go through the process?
The process of checking your background, making sure you're not a criminal.
So they check
do it
that
after?
in one day.
They do it right there.
They do it right there. It comes right
Yeah.
away.
Before, it depends. Before is it like, okay, before is like this. Do I want a gun to have it at home and in my
Or
car?
to have it on myself.
Okay, if you want a gun to have it with you at all times, not everywhere,
You needed the permit.
you need the permit.
Yeah.
Now you don't need the permit.
So guys, believe it or not, I have guns, number one, because I like them. I just like guns, you know, custom made like AR, but I have thought about preparing myself for anything that could possibly happen in my life where my life is at risk, you know, where, you know, me being okay for the rest of my life that I just took somebody else's life, you know, like that type of situation where it's like, it's me up against the wall, you know, they have a gun pointed at my head and I'm going to be okay with living with this for the rest of my life. I do have a gun for my house. And then I also have a gun to carry. They're two different type of guns completely. One is for home protection and the other one is to conceal it. It has a smaller body. It's super light and it's thinner. Then I also do have a shotgun. The shotgun, I just have it because I like to go out shooting. I like to go out hunting. You know, so I personally don't buy guns because I think I'm never going to use it on anybody. I just like guns. I like to take them to the range and you know, put a target and just practice and see how good my aiming is. But I've never thought of actually hurting somebody else. I think you have a higher chance of running away and trying to run away than actually, you know, standing there and instigating the fight to get worse and worse. Usually it takes pretty long time for you to get down to using a gun. Unless you're in South Beach, like it's happened, you're having dinner and someone crazy comes from the back and just shoots you. But, you know, you couldn't expect that. You couldn't see that coming.
But what if you see it coming and you don't have a gun?
Man, honestly, I can't tell you because I've never been put into that position.
But if you have one, you're going to be like, it's going to be me first, then him.
Yes, but so it all goes back to also like how the law works. Remember, an officer is not going to tase you out of nowhere. An officer is going to take out the taser and tell you, if you don't stop, I'm going to tase you. And then he's going to scream out 3 times, taser, taser, taser. After the 3rd time, he's able to tase you. So I'm going to let that person know, hey, look, I also have a weapon. I suggest you back off. Just walk away.
It depends. It depends because the officer tells you, I'm going to tase you. But when you don't have a deadly weapon or a gun pointed at him, if the officer sees a gun, he's going to shoot you right there. He's not going to tell
The
you
officer will most likely first try to find cover.
cover. But I'm saying in
And
the
that's
scenario.
going to give him time to tell you, put the gun down, get on the floor. All of these procedures are done on purpose because
But if
nobody
you're-
wants to take a life.
But that's if you're in cover. But I'm talking about a scenario that you don't have cover. Like right now, me and Johnny.
Bro, if it ever comes down to that scenario, I'm dead because he already has his gun out. I don't have mine out yet.
Well, I'm saying if you see the guy coming to you
I
with a
haven't.
weapon.
If I see, that's the problem. When you're in court and the judge tells you, "Did you see the guy coming up to you with a gun?" The second you say yes, you just answered the second question, which is, "Did you have enough time to run away?" Because if I'm able to see somebody coming at me with my, like with a gun, there's a pretty good distance.
But wait.
Not all the time.
If the judge judges me, I don't know the laws, but if the judge asks me, I think the first question is, were you in fear of your life? Yes, because I saw a gun and a guy coming towards me. I don't think it's gonna be like, how can you run away from a bullet?
No.
But you say you have a gun, right? You say
Yeah.
you have. Okay. From what you just explained, and I'm sorry to say this, man. From what you just explained, and the way that you are talking about the laws or whatever, it's two different points of view and two different perspectives. I just feel that you're talking about a wild west that you're living in, man, and like he sees it like in a different perspective.
Yeah, I don't agree with his way because
No, I don't either.
I have heard crazy stories of people in Texas that have gotten honked at. Like they blow the horn, they get pissed off, they get out the car, and boom. So I wouldn't want to live like that because at the end of the day, we lose the respect for the guns and for the humans, for the population.
Yeah, nobody should
It's
take
like I
it
told
lightly.
you. It's like I told you. I've never thought of actually, killing somebody. Now hurting somebody with a punch, with a stabbing, yeah, I will first go for a knife than for a gun.
But let's see. But that's the thing. What you're saying is, that's the thing. It's a different scenarios. I'm talking about crime.
You can commit a
And
crime
you're
with
also
a
talking
knife,
about
bro.
defending yourself.
Yeah. So it's how is it bad me wanting a gun? I'm not saying you said that it's bad. I'm saying how is it bad for me wanting a gun to defend myself? The reason of a gun is to defend yourself.
Yeah, but
Yes.
how
There's
many
no other
times have
reason
you
for a
come
gun.
to before this law? How many times have you come
really.
to those scenarios?
Never. But what if it happens and I don't have it?
You just started thinking about that because of the law.
I'd rather say, como dice el dicho, aquí, como dice el dicho?
Aquí
Aquí
corrió, aquí
corrió, aquí
murió.
murió.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm not saying
Sí, pero tú lo que vas a decir, aquí disparó y no corrió.
Y no corrió.
no, pero prefiero que digan no. Like
Pistolons.
my point of view is if I get a weapon, is to have it for my defense. I'm not saying okay, I'm gonna be thinking.
okay, and let's end it with this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask one more question. Think about the shootings in Miami Beach. So also think about the citizens in Miami Beach. Not everybody thinks the same. And when you're giving people easy access to that, let's say I'm a Miami Beach citizen right now. And here comes Memorial Weekend or whatever you want to call it. Everybody's coming from up north, upstate. And the law went through, everybody gets their guns, and I'm getting my gun. But I'm here thinking now, wait till these people get here this year. The first gun I see go off, that's the first people I'm shooting at.
See, but you can't control people's thinking. I don't think like that. I'm gonna get a gun. I'm gonna be like, this is how I'm.
But you gotta understand, there's people that think that way.
Yeah,
and
but
that is why
There's people that
for
think
sure those
in
numbers
so
will
many
go
ways.
up.
Yeah, but Johnny, there's people that think it's okay to go and kill kids
Exactly.
in schools.
Johnny,
So it's like, shouldn't have.
My argument here, bro, is that I
Let me ask you this.
truly believe that the numbers will go up
Well, in Texas,
negatively.
Texas, there's less crime than
That's in Texas, bro. The people in Florida or the people in
the
Florida?
people in Chicago. Gun control.
The
up
people
the
in
ass.
Chicago, okay.
More crime. In New York, more control for guns.
All
More
right.
crime.
Ollie's
Meaning
having a
you
point right now.
cannot get a gun in New York as easily as you could get it in Texas here. Or so. And the crime is still going up. Chicago, every day there's killings. Crime up. And there's more gun control.
if you show me
So it's the
that there's
guns?
less crime, where there's less restrictions on guns, and you show me that there's
Guys.
less crime,
This is
fine with it.
look, it's like it doesn't lie. The school shootings that happen, right? Do you think if all those teachers were allowed to carry guns, of course if you're a teacher and you're gonna carry a gun, you have to go through a certain background check and make sure you're not a cuckoo person or whatever. Pero tú crees que si alguna de esas maestras hubieran tenido una pistola, they wouldn't have the chance to stop one of that guy?
You think,
Yeah,
like
or-
let's say like a 40-year-old lady you think she's gonna have in that scenario, all of them are gonna have the mentality to use
Yes.
the gun.
There's a lady.
they're
that's
gonna be
doing-
trained on.
There's
They're gonna be
there's a
trained
lady
on
that didn't have
good.
a gun and told the kids from the story, métanse para allá, y se murió ella to protect the kids without a gun. Imagine if that lady would have had a gun.
Yeah, but I'm in favor of teachers having guns in class.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as they're trained, you know, to as long as it is.
A
to
lot of
protect
people
the
are
kids.
not, but I'm in favor of it
I
too.
am in favor of that.
And
I
look,
think-
everybody's talking about gun control. The countries that gun control,
I am in
quita
favor of
pistola
that.
because they're killing people. How about you stop sending money to a freaking war?
Yeah, but
And-
we're gonna have to leave down
Yeah,
for the next
but
time.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, we're going off topic right now.
Because-
That's a different.
We're
whole,
running. How much time are we in?
I mean-
1:35. Yeah, I think we're
Dale,
gonna
vámonos para Scarlett.
end it here. And
Scarlett. Sí, porque aquí alguien pensábamos que estábamos en Scarlett ahora mismo.
We had to mention that because a couple of people thought that we were going to be as Scarletts instead of doing the
The podcast.
podcast.
Sí, yo te vi bien vestido aquí. Yo dije.
Nah, I'm good,
Se
I'm good.
formó.
anyways, thank you guys for being here tonight.
Yeah.
It was a
Oli,
fun
get that gun,
podcast.
bro.
I will.
It was an honor.
I will.
Thank you for having us.
So thank you, Felix, for
No? Enlightening us, bro.
Yeah.
Buena información.
for the light and the fact checking.
The fact.
Probably next time we'll have a nicer setup for you. We'll see.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for coming. And yeah.
Thank you for having us, man. I hope we can come back.
Oh,
soon.
for sure. I'll gladly have
This
you
was-
guys
this
again.
Was fun.
Yeah.
El Brax.
Was it good?
Dings.
It was good. It was good. It was fun.
All right, guys.
All right.
Feel it all at once.